What is this called again?
That's Mimouet. That's a cheese from France. That's very similar to the Edam cheese.
It's delicious. I'm going to draw a little face in there by the time we end, just so I can eat more.
All right.
You're making a lobster, 3-cheese mac and cheese that you
Yep.
are part of the challenge, the mac and cheese challenge
Yep,
this
that's
month.
part of the challenge this month, and it's part of our Restaurant Week offerings. And to get started, we're just going to, I got the cream warming up on the side over here. And then we're going to get the mirepoix rolling, the celery, onions, and carrots. We're just going to saute that down in a little bit of oil. You can do olive oil, vegetable oil, and then for the truffle mac and cheese, I'm going to add a little bit of truffle oil and get that going into the vegetables.
It's a very distinct flavor, but I love the truffle oil. And so you should actually cook with it?
Yeah, you can cook with it, you can finish with it.
I love finishing. And so if you're cooking with it, it actually seeps in?
Yeah, yep, that'll cook right throughout the sauce.
You know, when you're making a mirepoix like this, do you do equal parts carrots, celery, and onion, or do you do a little less onion? What is it like?
It depends on what you're making, but for the most part, it can be equal parts.
And the point of a mirepoix?
The flavor. To flavor the sauce, flavor stocks. You can do equal parts, and if you're going to do more of one than the other, do more onions.
Do more onions?
Yeah, do more onions. That's where you're getting a lot of the flavor, and then the carrot, you're getting the sweet.
Okay, I'm going to let you go on and keep cooking with that. I'm going to give a little shout out for all the folks looking for Restaurant Week. It starts this Monday, correct?
Yep, Monday
And
the 26th.
At the Roycroft for $20.12. You have a choice of entrees: filet beef tenderloin, grilled, peppercorn rub, demi-glace, local potato, and vegetable. Do you use a local potato?
Yeah, we get, there's a lot of potatoes this time of year coming out.
The root vegetables.
Yep, the root vegetables, and there's a lot of potato farms out there that are local.
What are you pouring in now?
I put a little bit of white wine. We cook that down just a touch, just to bring those flavors of the vegetables together, and then I have a little bit of lobster stock here that I made. You could use, homemade lobster stock. Not a lot of people are going to make that at home, but you can buy like lobster base or soup flavor.
What if you use like a fish stock or something?
Yep, you can use fish stock, or you can just use vegetable stock if you want to go vegetarian, or you can use chicken stock, but for the flavor profiles of the lobster mac and cheese, I go with the lobster.
Excellent. Okay, another dish, entree, Derbyshire meatloaf, local ground beef and pork, always like local, Stilton Center. What is that?
Stilton is an English blue cheese. Yeah, and when I
and
stuff a
you put
little
it
bit
in.
inside of the meatloaf, yep.
Applewood bacon wrap, smoked Gouda, and au gratin potatoes. Lobster tail mac and cheese, that is what we're making right now.
Yep.
Mimolette, Emmenthal goat cheese, petite lobster tail, toasted breadcrumb crust, white truffle oil with some goat cheese. Market fish. Ask your server about that.
Yeah,
we get different types of fish.
Yeah, we get fish come into the restaurant, every other day. Fresh fish from Boston. Sometimes we get some from Honolulu Seafood Company, depending on what's in season and what we want to work with that week. So we get in different fish throughout the week.
And finally, gondola cheese raviolis, in-made Roma tomato sauce, garlic toast points.
Yep.
All delicious. And a delight, and you get dessert too, New York style. Cheesecake, Grand Marnier, chocolate truffle cake, and hot fudge sundae. What are you doing now? You pouring the cream in?
Yep, we're going to add the cream, the already warmed cream, and then we're going to bring this to a light simmer, and that's when we're going to whisk in the cheese.
And then you have the macaroni all cooked up.
Yep, the pasta is already pre-cooked. That's about a pound and a half of dry, and then that's going to double.
If somebody's ordering it for the restaurant, from the restaurant for a restaurant or mac and cheese week, you have an appetizer size as well as a main dish?
Yeah, we have an appetizer size which come in the smaller boats, and that gets a half a tail on top of it, and then we have a full portion, which is our full pasta portion.
Okay, we've got about a minute left.
Okay.
Would you recommend, if somebody's coming down for restaurant week, you make reservations?
Yeah, I recommend you make reservations, especially as you get later into the week. Towards Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday being the last day. You definitely want to make sure that you get a reservation because we'll fill up pretty quick, especially with the nice weather with the peristyle open.
When is the last day?
April 1st is the last day.
Okay. All right, we've got 30 seconds left. Now you are just slowly mixing in the cheese. You got the Emmenthal and the Mimolette?
In the Mimolette, yep. We're going to slowly incorporate that. And then when you go to finish the sauce, you want to strain it through a fine mesh strainer. What that's going to do is it's going to get you your nice creamy consistency. It's going to strain your vegetables out. It's going to strain any of the, the grains that are left from the cheese itself.
Okay.
And then you'll get a nice smooth finish with it.
All right, terrific. We are going to take a break now. We're going to let you finish up. Try it when you come back, and then do a second helping.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks,
All right.
Andrew.
You're welcome.
When we